Okay, hello, and thanks for joining today. This is the final event in the MSDynamicsWorld.com BI and Reporting Webcast series. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm Jason Gumpert from MSDynamicsWorld.com, and I hope everyone's having a great end to their weeks this week. This has really been a wonderful series of sessions over the last couple of months. Something new that we've tried, and I think it's worked out really well. We have had some outstanding expert speakers and really great involvement from our audiences, and here's a look at some of the past BI sessions we've been running. All of these are now available on demand, so I invite you to go back to MSDynamicsWorld.com, click on the events link in the upper right and look for the past events list that is linked there on the events page. You can find these and some other events that we've been running recently around document management and EDI. They're all a lot of fun to catch up on, and they should all be available on demand now right on the site. I do want to thank our webcast series sponsors for making this all possible. They are Bioanalytics, Solver, Target, and Zap. So thanks very much to them. And we put this session together today by asking each of these companies to put together a short presentation. So each one's going to be 9 minutes or less, and they each have an opportunity to show us all their latest and their greatest stuff. We'll run these in random order, and so I invite you to sit back and take a look at what each of these companies has to offer. We will have a few closing remarks at the end as well. So thanks again for being here. It should be a fun session, and without further delay, let me bring up the first presentation.
Zap Business Intelligence for Microsoft Dynamics. Firstly, I would like to discuss how Zap helps the address of the current needs of a Dynamics user. Today, Dynamics users like solutions that they can own themselves and maintain in the future without having to call in specialist skills for changes to that solution. Zap offers out-of-the-box analytics that are easy to deploy. In fact, the foundation pack, for example, for AX, which covers key modules such as finance, sales, inventory, purchasing and projects, can be deployed within about 5 days, including training. Just to give you an idea how large that is, that's about 600 resources. The user also wants the ability to maintain the application going forward and to add additional Dynamics customization such as tables and fields. This can be achieved by simply checking a box in the product, and this also allows the product to grow with the organization going forward. The Dynamics user also likes consistency in reporting and BI. Zap provides one product that allows the finance team to produce financial statements, the planners to analyze inventory days of supply, and also provides powerful visualizations to allow sales and marketing to visualize data and spot product sales trends. Okay, for the demonstration, what we're going to use Dynamics AX. And currently I'm looking at a role center in Dynamics AX, really around my home page on the CU company. And on the left hand side I've got a company overview scorecard which demonstrates all of my key financial ratios. These are all out-of-the-box analytics and are deployed when I install the application. Any of these analytics can be drilled through, so if I want a closer look at any of these I can simply click on these icons and it will drill through to a lower level of detail in the analytic. Okay, over on the right hand side I've got a working capital scorecard that's actually showing me a little bit more detail around my cash collection. So really what I'm looking to do today is look at cleaning up my balance sheet a little bit, so I can see the days sales outstanding is good, inventory outstanding is red, but today I'm actually going to be having a look at days sales outstanding. So what I can do is I can actually click on here and this pulls up an accounts receivable dashboard that now gives me a more detailed look at these analytics. Okay, so I've now got my AR scorecard that's showing me all my key analytics around accounts receivable, and I've got some other charts showing me some trends, and I've also got a pie chart at the bottom that's showing that predominantly the analytics are currently over 120 days, within the 120 days bucket. So what I want to do is have a closer look at that. So if I come over to here, there's a little pay-per-click icon on here, and what it allows me to do is drill across and pulls up a detailed report that shows me where all those transactions are. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly sort on those transactions, and it's identified that the football stadium customer is that owes me the most money in that period. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go back to AX and maybe change some information about that customer in AX. So I'm now back into the AX application, so I've gone full circle. I've started off in AX by looking at high-level scorecard. I've drilled down through some analytics, through to a detailed drill-through report, and I'm now back into AX on the same record I've identified as the problem, and I can now do something like put that customer on hold. Okay, I've now moved across into the Sap Bi Designer Interface. This allows me to also view reports. Consumers can still view in here, and I can browse the reports using this Resource Explorer over here. And as you can see, this is the foundation pack that's available for Dynamics AX and covers lots of the different modules. So I've currently got a Sales Manager dashboard open, and this really covers off lots of things I might be interested in, such as my gross margin by product category, my top 20 products, quantity versus net sales rankings. I've also got my sales trend versus my perfect order index. That's really looking into how I'm shipping my products, whether I'm shipping on time, whether I'm shipping in full, and then really comparing to see whether there's a comparison with that with my sales. And then I can also look at my salesperson performance share down at the bottom, and my net sales year to date by country in the bottom there. Obviously I can drill through to other reports like I did in the previous example, but I'm now going to move on and look at a financial report. So open next to that as well, I've got a profit and loss summary report. Again, it's got parameterized. I can use different filters on the report. As you can see, I've gone through from manager dashboards, from sales analytics, and I'm now looking at more of a financial statement. The other side, I've also got a similar dashboard around vendor analytics or vendor delivery performance, and this is showing me my on-time delivery and full delivery that vendors are actually shipping to me. Okay, if I want to write a new analysis report, all I have to do is click on the analysis button up here, and I'm going to select a cube to report off. And because all of these analytics have been delivered out of the box, I can now reuse them to further enhance my analytics, my view of the data. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come back to my foundation pack. I'm going to open up my sales folder and grab my late delivery percentage calculation and just put it there into columns like that. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go over to the purchasing folder, look at the delivery performance, and I'm also going to grab the late delivery percentage from there as well. So I'm now using the two predefined metrics to now really start to try and find that nugget of information as to whether there's my vendors are shipping a product late to me that I'm then shipping out late. Okay, so I've now got those two percentages together. Let's see if there's any correlation. So I'll open up my dimension tree, go over to my items dimension, so I'll now grab my items and put them into rows. Okay, as these columns are now sortable, I can automatically see now that 60%, actually what I'll do is I'll just rename this column so I know that it's purchasing. And I know the first column's the actual sales. So I can now sort on these columns, and there you go. So I've obviously got a bit of a correlation between those two late products. And as you can see, to write that report was quite simple. It was simply just dragging and dropping items onto the report. Okay, so we're now looking at a different kind of report. This is more of a visualization report that we discussed earlier. And as you can see there's two trends that really stand out. So London and Paris are standing out. Okay, now to see what that means, what I'm actually going to do is pull up the table of data behind that so you can see how those numbers are derived. So if I just change the view slightly, now I've got a table at the bottom. I can see there this is based on the sales amount, and London and Paris are by far the leading areas in where we're selling. So basically that's how this chart works. London and Paris stick out, and obviously your brain picks those patterns out very quickly. Okay, thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the brief demo of the Target BI Suite, the most robust BI and analytics platform on the market today. We're going to be focusing on the dashboard analytics and reporting features within Target to show you exactly how Target assists business users in executing their game plan and making right decisions quickly. So let's get started with the Target desktop clients, which are viewed here on the right-hand side of the screen. The Target desktop clients allow organizations to push their top KPIs or key performance indicators out to business users. So they're immediately able to see what is going on with certain KPIs. So let's go ahead and look at our profit margin that's showing in this demo example. The profit margin right now is at 60%, and with the trend light in the yellow area, showing that maybe this is something that a business user would want to look into a little bit further. Within the desktop client, you can immediately hyper-relate and open up your target by clicking on the icon located on the desktop client and immediately go into a balanced scorecard. And at this point, you're able to do some drill downs and hyper-relate the balanced scorecard to see what's going on a little bit further within profit margin. You can also search your thousands of product items and select maybe your Levi's white items to see what's going on with that category. And immediately, Target updates and shows that gross revenue has dropped and profit margin has dropped in the jeans Levi's white area. Target now allows you to communicate this information through this email icon. Select the email icon. You can now send an email off to someone else in your organization. The email will contain an attachment showing what that user was looking at within Target, as well as a detailed list of the criteria. So there is no discrepancy between users of the data that was being looked at. The email can now be sent off, and a user can move on with he or she's day, and another user can take care of the problem that is seen within the Levi's jeans category. Let's go and look at profit margin and go directly from a dashboard now and show you the analytics features of Target by going from a dashboard directly into an analysis. And here we're looking at our profit margin in 3 different analyses. I can toggle behind the map to show my different locations. I can also do a quick sort, and I can see that both the North America and European territories are falling behind the Asian territory. I could click on North America and Europe, and immediately my other analysis will hyper-relate to show the North American European sales. You can also add an analysis on the fly to any analysis in Target to find out what might be causing this low profit margin by simply clicking on the cross tab and selecting the data you'd like to see. So right now, in this instance, we want to look at our revenue and profit margin and our sales reps. Click on Fetch Data, and Target has now allowed us to see which sales reps are contributing to our low profit margin. If we were to have thousands of sales reps or thousands of items or transactions, you could decipher this through a color element, and you can add the thresholds of the colorment. So for this demo purpose, let's say that 60% profit margin is the threshold that I would like to set within Target. I can now see that I have 3 sales reps below the 60% threshold in profit margin. Target has now allowed myself to find out who are the sales reps contributing to the low profit margin and now make a decision to communicate this to them so they can improve hopefully that criteria. You can also set up what's called a notification agent in Target by simply right-clicking and scheduling a notification agent that's going to tell you immediately when something has occurred in the data warehouse. You can verify the criteria. You could schedule this weekly, daily, monthly, however you'd like, and you can also verify delivery. And here we can see I've scheduled a notification agent. Well, at this point, what I would like to do is set up a report showing my profit margin and revenue, my different items, to send out to all my different sales reps. With Target, the reporting feature and engine is extremely user-friendly and easy to use. It's a great way to build reports in a matter of 30 to 60 seconds and schedule them out to be sent out to everybody in the organization. From the main screen, I'm going to click on Create a Report, showing the fields, and I can select which cube I would like to pull my information from. I'm going to look at my different items, my profit margin and revenue, click Next. I'm going to group it by my different customer locations by country, as well as the item group. Click Next. I'm going to add subtotals, grand total, page numbers. You can add a chart, any previously used chart. You can simply click on the chart and link it to the object you'd like to associate it with. And you can also add your company's template onto the report so you can take it to a presentation on the fly and it looks extremely professional. Click Go, and as you can see, in a matter of about 30 to 60 seconds, we created a report showing our different customer countries and items, and it's a total of a 70-page report. Additionally, these reports can be saved by going to File, Save As. We'll save it as Target Test. And you can actually schedule these by simply right-clicking Schedule for Export, set the format of a PDF, HTML, or Word, delivery. You can send these reports into a SharePoint portal, any additional portal you may have, batch folder, email address, as well as batch processing. You can select your sales reps, which might be contained in your sales cube, and they will each receive a report showing their profit margin and revenue within each item group and location. And Target has now created that report and scheduled it to be sent out to each sales rep. One other thing with reportings are not static, meaning they are dynamic. You can click on any figure contained within a report and go directly from that report to the analysis. I'm going to leave you with one additional feature, the Storyboard feature. Similar to notification or desktop clients, you are able to push out storyboards or your top KPIs to different locations and business units throughout the organization, allowing everybody to be transparent as to what's going on within your company. Thank you guys for joining us today to show you guys the Target BI and Analytics Suite. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at www.target.com.
A complete business intelligence solution has to be strong in all of three main components. The visualization layer, which enables the user to view, interact, explore, and understand the information. Out-of-the-box content, like predefined business objects and pre-programmed reports. And the business intelligence platform itself, what we call the deployment, design, and modeling platform that gives you the ability to adapt, extend, modify, and personalize your solution to your needs. BIO's strength in all three components, visualization, content, and the ability to extend, modify, and adapt, make BIO unique in the marketplace. BioView, BIO's visualization tool developed by IBM Cognos, provides the most functionality and best value for reporting and analysis. Use BioView to create role-based interactive dashboards like this sales dashboard. It has 4 separate panels or views that are created independently and linked together on a canvas, so a change in one view will make the corresponding changes in the other views. This view is an example of a dashboard that pulls from multiple areas, showing key financial, sales, and customer metrics like working capital, sales and gross margin analysis, and top 10 customers. Again, changing one pane will result in corresponding changes in the others. Content and usability are 2 of the most important aspects of any BI solution. BIO includes a tremendous amount of content, including everything from consistent naming conventions and roll-ups to measures like sales and shipping performance to metrics for customer acquisition and retention. In addition to the standard cubes for Dynamics data, BIO has an Enterprise Analytics Cube, which pulls information from all sources within the system, allowing for reporting and analysis on data from anywhere within the system and enabling reconciliation and control between different data sources, including General Ledger. Bio's president and founder, Dan Schwartz, will highlight a few of the capabilities that make Bio a unique offering in the Dynamics market. Not all information is created equal. For instance, sometimes a column of data is relevant for a particular time period and not another. Dan will show us how to create a report that does away with superfluous or irrelevant columns.
In this case, we'd like to show not only sales amount and average sales price, we'd also like to see it for multiple time periods. And we'll look at current year-to-date and prior year-to-date. But we only really need to see average sales price. We don't need to see it for current periods. So we can easily do an asymmetrical selection simply by selecting the current period and deselecting average sales price. And now we have an asymmetrical selection where for the year-to-date and prior year-to-date, we have average sales price, but not for current period.
Bio is so easy to format, it can be used to produce fully formatted financial statements. Dan, can you give us a quick example?
Here you can see the bolding, underlines, double underscores, spaces, and even traffic lights that indicate where there's an increase or decrease beyond a specific threshold. And of course, with financial reporting, you always want to be able to drill through to detail. So we can go from an account level down to the detail, and then continue to look at the transaction level detail, including additional information you typically wouldn't see in Management Report or FRX, such as customer, vendor, inventory, project.
Let's take a look at another unique feature of Bio, the way Bio lets you format cells.
While most BI tools have very limited formatting capabilities, Bio has the ability to format down to the cell level. Very different from a spreadsheet where you're formatting a physical cell location, such as cell B27. In Bio, you're actually formatting the intersection of a cell. So in this scenario, we're saying wherever there's an intersection between pasta and average sales price, we'd like to see the background color is green, or any custom color that we'd like to define. And now we've created that color. And if we were to remove pasta and then add it back in, no matter where it was situated, we do always see that cell.
Bio includes such features as an in-grid calculator. Dan?
Bio increases user adoption because it is one of the easiest visualization tools to use. It includes such features as an in-grid calculator, where we can create calculations such as average sales price simply by pointing to new fields, bringing up the calculator. In this case, we're creating a new calculation called average sales price, sales quantity, sales amount divided by sales quantity. And now we have a new metric called average sales price.
Dan, how easy is it to group line items?
Even functions as basic as sorting, ordering, and renaming become easier with Bio. For example, if we wanted to see all of the pasta items together, we could simply just drag and drop pasta together. And using the calculator, we could simply add those 3 pastas, call it pasta, and call these sauce. And if we didn't like the way something was named, we could easily go in and change the sauce from packages to packaged. And now we have a renaming.
Using the Bio deployment, design, and modeling platform, you can modify your out-of-the-box Dynamics solution and extend it to other data sources, including non-Dynamics data sources and Excel spreadsheets. Here is where you can customize your solution, not only to your enterprise, but to the specific roles and uses within your organization. You can also use the deployment, design, and modeling platform to add or modify cubes, deploy a security model, perform multi-database consolidations, and for currency conversion. Dan is going to show us 2 examples of capabilities provided in the deployment, design, and modeling platform.
Bio has unique functionality that lets you design and model your own roll-ups. Although it works across any dimension, let's take a look at the most common, which is accounts. In the account dimension, we not only have our main account, but we may have other dimensions and segments. In this particular case, there's a store segment, and in addition, that store segment is linked to a spreadsheet that includes information as to where the store is located or the type of market it's in, as well as the store size. If we go back to looking at the main account, we can see a roll-up, and by using features such as masks, ranges, priorities, and drag and drop, we can create very flexible roll-ups. In this scenario, notice how we're taking any account that starts with a 4 and has the word fees in it and rolling it up under the heading fees. And anything that's left over that starts with a 4 ends up under revenue. Notice the unique concept of priorities. This has a priority 5, which will process ahead of the other revenue, which is a priority 3, meaning there will be no overlapping, and anytime a new account or member is added in, we know we'll never miss it. With Smart Data Warehousing, you have an option by individual data topic to read directly from the data source, or to have Bio create a classic data warehouse, materialize the information from the source into the warehouse, and dynamically create integration service packages. For companies that consolidate multiple data sources, Smart Warehousing also enables you to map dissimilar charts of accounts and to convert to global currency rates as well.
Want to see more? Give us a call at 203-327-0800 or visit our website at www.bio4analytics.com.
BI360, the ultimate Excel-based reporting, budgeting, dashboard, and data warehouse suite, brought to you by Solver Incorporated. BI360 provides a complete reporting, budgeting, dashboard, and data warehouse suite designed for the business user. The modules can be used individually or as a fully integrated suite. Excel-based, it allows users to use their existing skill set, shortening the learning curve and offering a faster return on investment. BI360 integrates with just about any accounting, ERP, or other system, including out-of-the-box integration to many major ERP systems, such as Microsoft Dynamics, Sage, and more. With its pre-built and pre-configured design, BI360 takes a fraction of the time to implement compared to other business intelligence suites. All the functionality you desire in a complete insight solution, but at a fraction of the price. Using the latest advances from Microsoft, BI360 delivers an integrated business intelligence suite that isn't just a report writer. It's an Excel-based reporting solution with integration to just about any type of setup you have. BI360 has out-of-the-box live integration to several major ERP systems, including Microsoft Dynamics, Sage, and others. BI360 also integrates out-of-the-box to its own pre-configured data warehouse, allowing you to consolidate information from a variety of sources. With BI360, you can also build your own live integration to any source you wish using the BI360 Integrator tool. BI360 is also an Excel-based budgeting solution that helps manage the budget process in a streamlined and secure manner. It's also a dashboard solution for KPI, scorecards, and at-a-glance monitoring. It's also a data warehouse solution with pre-configured modules enabling you to combine multiple data sources into one. BI360 is a reporting, budgeting, dashboarding, and data warehouse solution that can be used across your greater organizational structure. Using BI360, management teams can help their organizations to plan, budget, report, analyze, and control, enabling streamlined processes, increased productivity, and maximized business performance. Now, let's see BI360 in action. With the BI360 Player License, you can empower your decision makers to generate their own reports on demand. Using the Excel environment they're familiar in, decision makers simply open the report template they've been given, such as this actual budget variance P&L. Choose the parameters they wish to run the report for. The lookup boxes directly access the dimensions or segments from your ERP system, allowing them to simply click and choose the item they're interested in this case, a specific date and department. Click on Run, and the report auto-generates for up-to-date information directly from the ERP. And, since it's in Excel, Graphs and traffic lighting functionality can easily be used to hone in on discrepancies, like this figure that shows revenue as being under budget. With a right mouse click, the traditional Excel shortcut pane appears, and at the bottom, the BI 360 reporting add-in allows decision makers to quickly drill down on a pivot table or list and analyze the underlying details, including balances that made up the summary number on the report, to determine the cause of the issue. With BI 360, decision makers get the information they need when they need it. In addition to the Excel add-in that allows for presentation quality reports, the BI 360 Report Composer allows users to drag and drop pieces of information they need to get ad hoc reporting answers to quick questions in a flash. Choosing the areas of the ERP they'd like to pull data from, users simply drag over fields into the open grid. For example, account string and account description for account details, segment 1 for departmental data, and period balance for balances. Choose the posting periods and identify the periods you'd like to report on. Click Refresh, and the report auto-generates. If we'd like to group information by department, simply drag the segment up, and the report automatically updates. Or, if we'd like to see a breakout with a total column, we can get that too. Drag over posting periods, refresh, and right mouse click to choose Expand Posting Periods with Total Column. In less than a minute, users can create a matrix report across periods with a total column and group them by department. The BI 360 Ad Hoc Query tool empowers anyone in the organization to get access to data in a structured and organized fashion to answer those key questions when they need it. Using BI 360, not only can you create ad hoc reports, but presentation quality reports, all without a lot of keying or confusing formula writing. Using expression trees, you can create hierarchies of different account trees that you'd like to use on a report. For example, a P&L tree that includes all of the accounts and descriptions for the rows of a P&L. With a drag and drop and a quick column adjustment, we're ready to go. Notice that these aren't just keyed-in text fields, but include formulas and links to accounts in the ERP system. BI 360 also includes pre-built functions to pull any combination of information from the ERP, such as monthly balances, year-to-date, and so forth. Just choose the one you want. This period this year, for current, and year-to-date for year-to-date. Drag and drop, and the formulas pull in automatically into the columns. Now we need to pull the period balance into the body of the report. Going to the module section we're interested in this case, Finance, to the Actual Summary, simply pull the period balance with a drag and drop. Now use our Excel skills to copy this down and over to apply it to the rest of the report. Now we can also use our Excel skills to apply formatting, copying over some colors, and now we're ready to apply formulas. We can use the auto summation from Excel to make this easier. Choose the auto sum, highlight, and enter. Then copy our formula over. And finally, enter the formula and copy this. Lastly, we can add some formatting for currency symbol, and our template is ready to be used and reused on a regular basis. Simply choose the Run tab, choose the date that we'd like to run the report for, and click Run. The report generates and displays the results. Using drag and drop and a few Excel formulas, you can create presentation quality reports that can be run for any department across the company. Think of it, presentation quality reports using Excel integrated with your ERP system. The complete business intelligence suite that includes reporting, budgeting, dashboards, and a data warehouse. It's Excel-based, giving users that familiar experience based on skills they already have so that it's easy to learn and use. BI 360 integrates with just about any accounting, ERP, or other system you might own or use, including out-of-the-box integration to many major ERP systems, including Microsoft Dynamics, Sage, and more. At the same time, BI 360 has an integrated data warehouse, allowing you to combine data from multiple sources for a complete organizational view. Functionality and solutions that used to only be accessible by the enterprise are now available to you. All the functionality at a fraction of the price. BI 360 gives you the reporting, budgeting, dashboards, and data warehouse you need to run your business with deep insight that drives productivity, efficiency, and ultimate business success. Thank you for your interest in BI 360. To learn more, contact Solver or your ERP partner today. Call us, email us, or visit our website. We look
Okay, that concludes our series of demos from our sponsors here, and I want to thank all of them for providing those today. We will also be making these demonstrations available online after the event with higher quality. I did hear from several people that the quality did not come through high enough to see some of the detail, and we will find a way to make all of that available to all of you and to anyone who missed the live event today. So do stay tuned for some updates on that, but really a great combination or great range of products here, and we thank them all for attending and for participating. Just to wrap up today, I want to plug one, and I do want to just provide the contact information here for each of our sponsors here, so in case you do have further questions, I recommend you get in touch. All right, and before I wrap up here today, I do want to remind you we launched the beginning of our planning for our next virtual conference, or whereas these are webcasts, we have our full-scale virtual event as well, Decision Spring 2012. We will be running that June 18th through 21st, each focused on a specific product day. Registration is open now. I recommend you take a look at the website to see some of the great speakers and sessions we have planned for that event in June, and that will be one of our next major undertakings in terms of events. I always like to hear from you as well. Feel free to contact me directly if you have any feedback on today or questions about the event or questions about anything upcoming. jgumpert@msdynamicsworld.com. I do want to just thank our presenters again today for taking part. There's their contact information, and thanks very much for attending. We'll be recording today's event and making it available along with those demos in higher resolution. So thanks again, and have a great day.